Welcome to the Will List Podcast. Yeah, we back. Yeah, we here. Live and uncut. Straight up. For real though. But check it out, man. Y'all know I like to jump into shit. And we in the shit. For real. So here we go. This is the New World Order show. Once upon a time, you know, when we was growing up in the 80s and 90s, there was always this thing called like the New World Order. You know, man, anytime we thought about it, it's like, oh, New World Order, what's that? So they started putting it in tidbits and, like books, TV shows, uh, everything. It was more so like of a overtaking of propaganda from a European-esque perspective, acting as if there was a boogeyman the whole time, and wow. Sometimes, you know, being the boogeyman, you like to hide the boogeyman in plain sight. So when the whole world, now that we're starting to wake up and understanding, like, damn, you mean to tell me we came from so many different perspectives and arrived at the same moment in time at the same time? That's pretty special for those that dig where I'm coming from. Now, I've had some important conversations today, very pivotal, you know, educational and extremely. I've hoped that I brought some new understandings, and I think the more me and Dr. Dixon come on and give y'all the real factual owls, the factual truths, man. That's all I'm saying. When we start breaking down these equations for you, as we have been doing so this whole time, you know, uh, we're gonna keep on expounding and going even more intricate because I see some people still don't really get it. Like, damn, what Dr. Dixon, y'all got to look at these previous shows. He's talking about God Wonderland and Odd Wonderland. God Wonderland and Odd Wonderland. That's what we're discussing. So let me break some simple science down for y'all real quick. Because this is the problem with a lot of scholars. They don't like to tell the truth. From they gotta always got a little like I said, they like segues into like making sure they appease their colleagues. I told y'all these scholars done put themselves in a fucked up situation. Very vulnerable situation because you act as if you know everything. That's a problem. I told you that. But we ain't gonna I'm not gonna repeat last night's show because I damn near started off the same. We ain't gonna go there no more. You pissed me off, so there are results, but we're gonna keep going forward. See, one of my favorite people, real scholars, Dr. Amos N. Wilson. And I know this is a very good segue for you old scholars. See, he was a genius. That book is about Garveyism in the age of globalism. That means he showed you then. He was a real student of Dr. John Hendrik Clark, him and Dr. Phil Valentine and Dr. Kaba Hawata Kamati. Rest in peace, Runoko Rashidi. Very pivotal, Runoko Rashidi. Because anybody who knows Dr. Runoko Rashidi knows that he showed the whole globe that at one point in time, the whole planet was Swarthy. The whole planet was dark, dark continent. It was a dark world. So they just gave the dark continent perspective to Africa. Extremely disrespectful to their like on in that landmass, the eastern landmass. Africa showed you every northern or southern, depending on how your perspective, because in the Nile Valley civilization, the north is the south and the south is the north. See? Think about it. The Nile flows from the south to the north. South to the north, meaning the south is the north in the concept of the Commission in Africa, as well as the Sudanese, meaning the Nubian. hmm I mean, they had the civilizations before the pyramids. Hmm. So that means Eastern Kemet was the zenith of African civilizations. Or was that so? I mean, when you got them kingdoms out, in what they call the Ghanaian empires and all of them places, they had wonderful kingdoms. Mansa Musa, richest man ever recorded in America, in the world. Mansa Musa. His brother was Abukari. He came to the West with his brethren, his copper colored brethren. You don't understand, before 500 years, 600 years ago, the Amarucan and the African were mostly interchangeable simply because of civilization and changes, and to know that a lot of understanding comes with when you have certain elements that are indigenous to this land, animals, planetary life, like corn, a maize. What about the peregrine falcon, the bighorn ram, the big cats, cougars, jaguars? You know, shout out, Top Cat. I'll let you. Shout out to you. You do great work, but I mean, I got so many books, and your books are great, but you also have great references too. Because I have those books, and I'm, hey man, this boy tough. Never taking anything away from you, but them references are what give everybody the game, rightfully so. When you got the DNA, when you have the geography, the DNA, and when you understand that the whole world, we all share DNA. How you think, this this the real migration, meaning the European migration, the conquest, the manifest destiny outline of conquering indigenous peoples, selling their story back to them through who? You know who. So understand, man, like you can have your perspectives, you can have your religious systems, but if they're not rooted in the truth, oh, now you understand why it's not very important to pick things in the way you want them. See, when you pick in the middle of equations, that don't make them true. That's practicing something called cognitive dissonance. Is also practicing something called, um, you know, writing a story in your favor so that you don't have to feel shitty. Well, your ancestors did that. Why do you do it? Is that your only path, a way? Like, I ain't y'all think I'm talking to just, you see, people always get it wrapped up thinking I'm just talking about white people. Yeah, I assume. Hell, I made the assumption myself, so I had to really know that I can just reach you personally. You know what I'm saying? So, are they a problem? Of course. But how much have They've been a problem that you have made yourself even more of a problem. That's perplexing a motherfucker. You know why? Why? It's because it's like this. If you know somebody feels a certain way about you, it's up to you to go along with it or not. Challenge. Challenge everything that people think about you. Most of the times they're wrong because the one duty that you didn't understand, that what I'm trying to help you realize, that duty is yours to get to know you. I was talking to like I said, I was having some pivotal conversations today. A partner of mine, AB, let's call him AB. He said, man, when I was in the street gang and, I really didn't, I really didn't understand what I was doing for real. I just really did what everybody else wanted me to do. It was one friend of mine. He asked me. He said, "This is what AB told me." He said, "Man, don't you know that a friend of mine had asked me a question?" He asked me. He said, "Name 10 things. Name me 10 things that you would want to do." Or that you feel like the original to your actually thought. 10 things that you want to do for yourself that you just dream of doing and just want to do from the inside out. Just things that you just loved. Give me 10. He said I couldn't get a man 4. Cycles are things that we should always identify with being caught up in. Cycles, all cycles aren't meant to be broken. You understand what I'm saying? That's just some things that people say that don't have discipline to keep the repetition to even create a cycle. Cycles are the most important, most defining aspirations of how we achieve anything in life. You have to develop cycles. They're called routines. It's called living life every day and developing some congruency to the day so that the next day is better than yesterday. You can control that by literally being conscious of that concept. Whew. It's a new world order, meaning a lot of things that you felt like you believed and felt so strong about are no longer going to be relevant. And you really should prepare yourself for that. You should completely understand how some things in your life today are one day going to be an afterthought. The reason why I am on some of these old scholars' asses is because you didn't do a proper job of preparation, or maybe I'm being too hard on you, and maybe you did. Maybe I'm outpacing myself, but at least I have the ability to do so. So if I've ever been disrespectful, yeah, you just chalk that shit up as passion. Chalk it up, because I had to chalk your shit up too. Both ways, man. The energy go both ways. I had to chalk your shit up too. I didn't say it wasn't relevant. Never said those things. I said I was angry about how you present your shit and keep doing it, trying to make us play catch up to you. That's the fucking shit I had a problem with, and I still do. And I say it again and again and again and again because it's the truth. And I don't give a fuck how you feel about it either. I say that shit again too. It's ridiculous. You were competing against each other. See, that's why I know my own lane. I ain't compete with nobody out this motherfucker, man. I don't care. I don't have to. My shit too real, too raw, Too personal. So that alleviates all you motherfuckers. If you want to deal with me for real, that's the way it got to go down. If you don't, you see I'm cool on my own, right? You get it? Good. Good. Don't mean I don't fuck with you. It don't mean I don't watch your shows. It's just some people are palatable and some of y'all ain't so goddamn palatable. I'm a fan, but I'm also, you know, some shit I don't like. I ain't gotta call no names out. I ain't gotta criticize. Don't have to. Don't give a fuck to do so. So here it is. When you look at this show, you understand you are in an experience full time like that when you watch it. Same cat every time. Never gonna change. I came in this game with everything I motherfucking wanted. This shit is about respecting me, homie. Shout out to Jesus. Straight up. Fuck that. Hey, yo, shout out to all the Southern supers. You know, the rappers. I don't like celebrities, but I do. I'm influenced by certain music. And some of that shit was so goddamn unhealthy and terrible. But at the end of the day, paths were carved. And yeah, I don't want to spit in your face. And motivation was made. You know, sometimes, y'all don't understand. People don't understand globally. Let me help y'all understand American black culture. First of all, we may say, man, that shit bad. But we really mean it's very shit cool as fuck, man. It's just dope. You know what I mean? Like yo y'all, I'm just US, calm down. I'm global. I got people from, I got cats from Tanzania watching, Algeria, the Dominican Republic, the top they outpacing folks. So I'm gonna shout out Ghana, I'm gonna shout out, the UK, I'm gonna shout out, you know, I'm gonna shout out all of the greats, man. I'm gonna go specific. I'm gonna tell y'all give my shout out to you folks that I'm conscious of you looking at me, and I appreciate you. I love you. I'm a global citizen like you, because we share DNA that makes us global because we really do share DNA. We all connected some way, shape, or fashion. We closer than we think, but it's very important to know those interconnectabilities or those interconnections. Period. Simply because those are our today identities that they try to shift and make things seem like they're not correct, but in all actuality, we know they hide the truth in plain sight. So you got to start unraveling the interlaying of lies and start discovering the interlayings of your absolute you. Straight up though. But let me get back to my countries that I appreciate because I want to visit you. I want y'all to love on me like I want to love on y'all. I want y'all to understand I want to bring my family. I have a family. I'm a family man. I ain't coming alone. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to understand how much I appreciate and want to connect with the world in a major way, from an organic place so that, we can have something new going on. So let me give a shout out to my indigenous folks. Of course, where I'm from in the United States of America, the indigenous Americans and all Americans that get down with indigenous Americans, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Tanzania, shout out to Algeria, shout out to the Dominican Republic, shout out to South Africa, big ups. Everybody big ups, first of all, but South Africa is far away and we do have a shared history. It's called apartheid. And y'all know how, one of y'all is coming over here just acting a mucket fool, dumb, slow brain, short bus, Elon Musk. That's what we're gonna call him, short bus, Elon Musk. Short bus, Elon. Okay, UK, what's happening? Kenya, You're a long way away, but I sure appreciate you checking me out. I'm grateful to you, Kenya. Uh, Nigeria, what's happening? Canada, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? What's going on? My fellow indigenous Americans in Canada, what's happening, my peoples? You with me? You know what I'm saying? So we got Ghana on the list. Yeah, what's happening? Hey, shout out to my brother Yao. Man, he's been a proper, extremely wonderful representation of a Ghanaian, a wonderful human being. Yao, let me make sure I pronounce his last name correctly because he's my brother. You know, I had to let it. Yeah, Akpalo, Akpalo, Yao Akpalo, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. But I also want to get a shout out to Jamaica, my brother King Palmer. What's happening with you, my brother? You know, shout out to the Dad brand. Uh, Great quality clothing, people. You know what I'm saying? So also, you know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to my brother David Britt in Columbus, Georgia. He's a very astute. Him and his wife Dana, they got married a few months ago, y'all. They still look good, y'all. They doing their thing. Hey, what if it was supposed to be? We've been knowing each other since we was in high school. So it's man, let's just give people flowers and big ups and be positive and great for people that we know and love and just, share the love with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Share the love. And also, my brother Smitty, Darian Smitty, my family member that, you know who you is, man. Darian Smitty, what's happening? My folks, man. Also, I would love to get a shout out to my brother Jason. Jason and his lovely wife and their children. Beautiful people. Shout out to Jessica, cross the street, beautiful woman. Uh, Rest in power, Mr. James Love. We love you, man. We still think about you. I still think about you every day to the core of my heart. He passed away. He left us a little while ago. So we just want to give a shout out to James Love. We love you. Also, you know, everybody, in the neighborhood, my next door neighbors, my peoples that are close to me, the whole Georgia family and community, my folks in, Pensacola, man, I'm just telling you, it's a new world order. So this is to get to know your order of people. Get to know the people you want to connect with, want to build with, and want to build something new with because that's the new game. New world order. But y'all thought I was gonna talk about some crazy shit. No, I'm talking about the real new world order. You are the new world order. You want me to talk about how to be divided? No, I'm talking about how to be the new you. I'm talking about now is the time to discover the different pivotal places that you can say, damn, I need to plant my feet right here so I can goddamn get this done. And by the time you pick your head up, oh, see, I'm gonna give you a method, right? I'm gonna give you something that's real good for you. It's called when the Japanese got bombs dropped on them, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Do you know what they start doing? We're gonna get educated. I'm gonna tell you like Dr. John Henry Clark told you, man. He said they bought a locomotive and then broke it down and discovered how they could make it better. And then when they put their science to it, they had a whole brand new type of apparatus. If people can do that outside of themselves as a group, think about what you can do with the three of yous mind, body, and spirit. Align yourself. All I tell you is how to align so that you can do what you need to do and how you need to do it in order for it to be effective every time. See, the one thing about working in certain environments, whether it be the military or corporate environments, we do a lot of testing, piloting, training, practicing, shooting, precision. We do more training and people die in training in the Marine Corps than we die in combat. Why is that? Game plan. Everybody know their part. Everybody know how to execute. Everybody know how to follow through. And when you follow through, you have to do what? Search and assess. That means you know it's over. Then there's an after action plan. What can we do better? Faster, more efficient, more expedient. I want to improve. I want to be as efficient as a machine. See, the thing is, they call human beings, all that shit we learn is, yeah, you're expendable. All I want you to do is keep the devil off me. See, that's what cops are. That's what, all these officials that have to lay down their damn lives for the oath. I've taken the oath. Shit. As an American and as an indigenous American, my blood supersedes any oath because we are an overlay society. You see how fast things can just break down with one person's decisions, and how people have to scrounge like dogs and rats to fight for something that they shouldn't even have to fight for. But it was okay. Again, I will bring this shit up. It was okay when other people was getting that treatment. So you understand how good of a reality check all this shit is? New world order. You gotta fight for every fucking thing now. So what if? See, if, in my mind, because I didn't come from nowhere else, and you understand how important it is now to stake your claim and know where the hell you're from, and be able to do it over and over and have all kind of goddamn factual equations so people can do one thing. You question me, you want to about me. You see what the fuck you get, because you know what? That's the new currency. That's the currency. Nothing else. You dig? If you don't have skill sets to provide, even to have a job or to operate a business or to have people that you know to say one thing, uh, I got, he's got a good enough, or they got a good enough character to move forward in these transactions. We want to go into business with this person because they have the etiquette and they have the act right and they have the knowledge, and we could put money behind them. New world order. You attack good people, you'll be dealt with. Stay away from new rulers, because I promise you, your days are already done. Keep moving like you think you want to. This is a new world order. Everything's exposed. You text a message to a girl with some nasty stuff on TikTok, and you married and you got a wife, and guess what she gonna, I got clout on somebody. I got clout on you. Whatever. You know what you got? You got a text message that says, tune into the wheelers. Yo, everything's on display. Everything wide open. Don't believe me? Oh, keep on living. We all trying to keep doing that. But what I'm trying to help you is living in a place that's not a facade. When you get off line, when you finish looking at this show, I want you to ask yourself a question. How often a day do I practice cognitive dissonance? How often a day am I ever conscious of how other people feel? How often a day do I ever think about how to be a better person? How often a day do I ever think about how to make it a day easier for somebody else? How often a day do I think about somebody else than my damn self? How often a day do I put myself first inappropriately? How often a day do I see somebody struggling and I don't want to help them? How often a day have I not realized it's a new world? If you're not understanding where I'm coming from, you should be fucking woozy. Those are your new realities. You have just found out how much your ass don't fucking matter to nobody else. But I tell you, we always want to end on a great light note. You're everything to me and you. You should want to be. You should want to pivot in the direction of taking all that you can from the inside of your goodness. Give that to the world. I bet you it has a better outfit. I struggle mentally. I struggle physically. I have to work out every day to make sure I can use the bathroom as often as I can not to feel sick when shit is in my gut. I have to express myself in truth very courageously and intelligently because I have a tendency to want to do other shit. People say, ain't nothing wrong with you. You ain't crazy. Try it. We really don't know each other. But we do. We want to get to know each other in a good way so that them other places you ain't got to see, I don't want to see in you and you don't want to see in me. That's fair. So let's not make it unfair. Okay. That's the better way of life. Because if everybody get to act out, then we're not being civilized. So let's just not act out. And let's be civilized. You know why? It's a better way. Get to know another person, get to see them in a better light. Because the way you thought you saw them just wasn't that wasn't it, was it? Huh? It's different, ain't it? All you got to do is be nice. Learn how to treat people that you don't know. Because the same day you think, that may be your day. Be cool. Be nice. Be kind. Be learned. Keep your head on a swivel though. Because everybody don't like to obey rules. So they need to be fucked with sometimes, you dig? So, hey, let's police each other. Let's take care of each other. You see people trying to harm other folks? There's places for them. You see people doing good? Protect them. Love them like they're your own. Ain't but so many of us with jewels. Those that you don't think mean well, goddamn, they may even mean better than you. Watch your mouth. Stop always thinking shit so damn cute. Let me tell you what he doing and I ain't doing. Focus on your stupid ass self. Ain't got nothing else to talk about. Wanna start a podcast just to hate on other motherfuckers. You a fucking low life. You know you a low life and a fucking half too. You will really get on here and talk about people that you can't see they full um, vision. You don't have to disagree, like Dr. A.E. said, you do not have to disagree on platforms and in public. If you got a problem with me, the will is podcast at gmail.com. That's what it is. It's called having some goddamn etiquette, morals, and fucking values. You ain't got no values because you cuss. Yeah, I fucking use profanity. So what? My morals and ethics are higher than yours. You've mastered not fucking using profanity because you want to call it cursing. Cursing is totally different from profanity. Let's just be clear. You could tell somebody, I hope you kill yourself or some shit. That's a curse. That's fucked up. Because words are spells. But if I tell you, go fuck yourself, they're saying, get the fuck out of my face in a profane way. See? Big difference. Anyway, this is the Will Is Podcast. I love you guys. I hope I wasn't too rough for you tonight. But anyway, it is a new world order. So we gotta, hey, shit, we gotta keep moving. Fuck 'em. I told you I'm putting my foot on the gas. Thought I was playing? Fuck all that. Remember, let's say, come on. All right. Hey. The will is yours, people. So y'all got to say it with me. Check this out. Say it with me, because the show is over. But let's come on. The will is yours.